Submission ring is the first one we're doing. Right. So everything should be okay. We should be streaming. We should be live. There shouldn't be any issues with format. Shouldn't be any issues with GPU usage. Hopefully, we'll see how it all goes. So, first few things before we get into the actual enhancing. As you can see, I'm already ready to enhance. Move the camera over here. Hopefully, it's a better placement. I'm still not set on it. I just think it's a better place because I generally look at that screen when I'm talking and not doing something. So looking that way means I'm looking towards the camera. It's also a nicer angle, in my opinion. It's better height. I'm not sat at the bottom of my screen, even though I'm 6'5". So I say on the screen, like on the camera. So anyway, with that, without further ado, in regards to that, just doing something on my phone as well. Apologies. I'm gonna format the videos a bit different as well. Hi, Botrix. I need to sort out my bot as well, actually. So basically, I would never go to TET on that, but I was just looking at something. I've set a few questions. Basically, I've looked through a few questions that have been asked on my channel over the last couple of weeks, or questions people might have but haven't asked. So that I can basically go through them whilst going through my enhancing, and hopefully that will just mean that there's at least some questions if people don't join. So I need to start off with 10 stacks on my enhancing first. So these are on 10 stacks, which is pretty low. Make sure crons aren't ticked from my enhancing. Oh, actually, yeah, quick status update mentioning cron stones. So I am finally back. It's all unequipped because I've been trying to enhance it. But I'm back to 401 DP because I've got Duo and then the rest Pry. And then obviously I've got my Karazad. I was unequipping them because I was copying them over onto this character, which will probably have. There we go. Yeah, 400. I thought it was at 401, so I still need to boost it up a little bit. I just need to get that extra one. But we're at a much better position now. I do still need to get my Vel's Heart up, so that'll probably push me up to that extra one. Or I can always just push up the. Where is it? It's on here somewhere, unless it doesn't show it. But basically, just put some more Press into that. So anyway, got my armor back up to being good armor, so I'm happy with that. So we'll get into the enhancing, which I went to do multiple times now. I know. Although I feel like I'm stalling now. I was just checking. Yeah, so I need to move 4 million billion even. So I've still got 6 billion left, and I've got all the stacks of 150 to go. So we're in a pretty good place this time, and that's with also getting my gear up. Now I'm at a position where I'm boosting to try and get my second Karak. That's another thing. I really am stalling this now. I'm sorry. So my Karak, there's a thing. So they've reworked and it's amazing. There's an event going on as well, which is even more amazing for doing your bartering. But be careful. So I got really confused. For those of you that literally can only just fit, like if you've got a Volante like me with one piece of blue gear, you can get basically 3 lots of 6 yellows to do like 3 islands at once. But they increase the amount of sailors you can have on your ship. So if you put more sailors on your ship than you used to, the sailors take up weight as well. So you won't be able to carry as many. So make sure you only put the same amount of sailors on, regardless, if you want to still do the same trade routes as you used to do with like having maxed weight. Otherwise, you're going to have to look at getting another piece of blue gear. Mentioning blue gear, I'm almost there. I've got 70k. I just buy all the ingredients with crow coins because I can't be asked to go out and kill sea monsters. So this time, truthfully, without further ado, I am actually going to get into enhancing, and that's what's missing: music. Really, I'm stalling here. I swear, I'm not actually stalling. Just it doesn't feel right without music. Cool. get a DMCA strike from this as well, which is weird because I shouldn't do. I'm on their list. So loud. Okay, that's better. Should be alright. I should still be louder than the music. Let me know if it's an issue, and I'll make sure that's correct next time. Make sure, yeah. So anyway, 10 stacks. Got there eventually, honest. What is a 10 stack on this? 60%, so it's going to be quite a few fails. Okay. Yeah, so that being said, I just need to pull something up. I'm still doing the enhancing, don't worry, I'm not going to stop again. So now I've gone through all of that. The first question I put on my list, I feel like it's an important one, and that is, why have I not released a video in the last week? Like, I didn't stream last week, I didn't do a video. Now, they're two different questions. So we'll go over the video first. Stream I'll do as the second question, right? So the reason I didn't release a video last week, two reasons for it. Reason number one, there was nothing that I could think of that I could make a quality video within a week that actually had meaning to it. Like, I could have released a random video, but like, I felt like there's nothing that, like, I don't want to make content for content's sake. I want to make content because I think I have something useful to share. So that's what my plan is. So that's why I didn't make a video last week, because I just felt like there wasn't really anything useful I could put in. The second reason is because I spent less time in the game, because I've been playing Monster Hunter Wilds, because I'm a massive fan of the Monster Hunter games. I spend a lot of time playing them, but like, obviously with Wilds coming out, I've been spending like my free time playing Monster Hunter Wilds. I've got to like end game. I'm just basically finishing up getting a few pieces. So that's the 16. We did do 32, don't we? It's been a while since I enhanced. So yeah, it's the case of I've had the stack in there. I actually, not that I just didn't feel like doing it, I was just preoccupied with Monster Hunter Wilds. Unfortunately, I can't do videos on Monster Hunter Wilds because I play on PC, and the optimization, now I'm not saying the game's badly optimized, I'm saying my PC with my current graphics card, I cannot run the game and recording software at the same time. I am looking to upgrade, but I figured since I'm upgrading, it's best to upgrade to the most current graphics cards, which is now like the 50 series, but obviously they're all gone. There's a big bang, so I'm just going to quickly double check that no one's dead. I will be back in a moment. Well, okay, just things were dropped. Things were dropped. So, what else? So yeah, looking to upgrade to a 50 series, but I want a 5080 ideally. So I'm waiting until they're back in stock at a decent price. However long that'll take. But once I get that, I'll probably start making Wilds videos. The problem is about making Wilds videos is most people that make them give accurate information. There's no enhancement system, right? Because that's kind of where my niche is. I'm good at the numbers games. So, oh, I feel like I'm good at explaining number stuff. Right, so that is 32. Now we go to 25 stacks. That's the first question answered. The second question is... Actually, I think, yeah, I'll do this one and then I'll grab an actual 25 stack. Say an actual 25, I'll just grab my other ones that are already in here. So, why didn't I stream? Honestly, it was for a personal reason. But basically, there was just an event on which I chose to do that event rather than like an event happening in my personal life. It wasn't like a actual event that I wanted to go see or anything. So I chose to do that over streaming. But actually, I feel like streaming every other week is a bit better because at the moment, not many people turn up the stream; they just watch the video afterwards, right? So I feel like it's at the moment it's more worth just letting people watch it afterwards. Just do once every other week because it gives me time to buy all the enhancing materials, so I have more to enhance whilst streaming. Otherwise, it's doing shorter streams, like less than an hour stream each time. This is an abysmal enhancing session. Jesus. What's even my percentage chance on these 25s? 39%. This is less than 39%. This is a joke. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's that one answered much quicker. Now, question 3. So someone asked me this question, and it's a bit of a difficult one to explain, but that's a good thing because obviously it's going to be a longer answer. So they said the game crashes whilst they're fishing overnight. They can fish throughout the day and it doesn't crash. It just seems to be when it's AFK overnight. Now, I did ask them to give me a bit more information, and they didn't give me any information, unfortunately. So that was, well, 9. But I figured it's something that's worth mentioning because there's a few reasons why it can crash, right? The main reason being, however, so there's actually a main reason for this. I need 35 stacks. Is your internet connection. You might have bad internet, so it closes overnight. Like you just have a singular crash, it'll kick you up. If you're there during the day, it crashes. You can just set yourself up, and it's fine. But if your game's minimized to tray, it can just completely crash the game out. Now, there's 2 other reasons that I'm aware of for general. There's obviously niche ones, but general reasons for crashing overnight is your game locked. Your game actually locked overnight. Like, not your game, your computer, sorry, or it went into sleep mode. So if you go to the lock screen, it stops background processes. So your game will crash. You'll log back in, put in your password or your PIN, or see your face on your camera. Unlocks games kicked out because your computer's basically not running how it should do. Right, so that's one thing that you've got to kind of be aware of. When you're doing overnight, you need to make sure that in your settings you've made it so that your computer doesn't go to sleep or it doesn't lock. Obviously, fishing overnight costs electric, so bear that in mind. Also, you want to turn your computer off here and then. Need to buy some Blackstones. Those actually went from min price at some point. Jesus. As if. That kind of answers that one without knowing enough about the subject, but I thought I'll bring it up because there's only a few questions people asked me over the last couple of weeks, to be honest. So to make the content, I decided to answer all the questions that were asked over the last couple of weeks. That's a 40 stack, so that's fine. The next question is less of less generic or broad question, more simplified answer. So the next question was actually it was answered in the video, but I'm going to make it clear. So that's actually really good turnout rate. So I got 5 there out of 9. So 5, 5, 0. We're currently at 500,000 profit from these. 500,000, that would be amazing. I don't even know what 500,000. That just doesn't sound like a right number to me. 500,000. 500. Yeah, 500 million is. It just sounds so weird saying 100 million or 100,000, but it's accurate. It just doesn't sound right in my head. Right, these ones are always complicated. So, n stack. Two more of these. 34. 25. 35 stack. Used up all 150 this time. So we ended up at 600 and oh god, yeah. So 672 million to 672. Better start this time. I'll zero this all out for now. I could have compared each one, but I'll just zero out. So nice start, but we're definitely behind on time. Usually I'd have already been halfway through the next one, or almost finishing the next one, but we're just starting. So I think Syrups is the most lowest price one. Yeah. It would be nice if I could just take out all 150 in one go rather than 20 at a time, but what can you do? So Syrups is next. That is Serendipity. Oh god, I've just broken it. Yeah, I know. I broke a validation rule. Rips Necklace. Let's hope we don't have the same with Syrups. That's a major loss. Right, so 15 stacks to start off with the Syrups. Yeah, and going back to what the next question is, is so all we have to do is change servers to get a better price. Yes. Now I'll explain that a bit better because I was just answering what that question was, right? So the question itself was basically when selling your fish from AFK Fishing, all you have to do to get extra profit is change server and check the prices of the other servers at the tradesperson. And the answer is yes, that's all you have to do. But bear in mind, sometimes you'll get like a 40% increase. I've had that. Other times you'll change 4 different servers and the prices are worse on the last server and you didn't find any that were that much better. So it's not guaranteed, but definitely change servers about. Like, do your 3 guild servers, and then if you haven't had any luck in the 3 guild servers, risk the 4th server if there's nothing that's like decent. Like if you still got like 88 and 100% on the 2 redfish, right? Try a different server. You might just get up to that 100, or you might get 190 and the other one 102. At least it's better than an 80, right? So it's just a case of doing that, trying for it, you know? At the end of the day, if you don't risk it, you're not going to get that extra profit. If you just sell on your server, yes, you're selling it, you're making a profit, but you could be making more just for a couple of minutes changing. Bear in mind, obviously, as I said, you can go to a different village in the Land of Morning Light, as long as it's still 150%. I mean, you'd have to double check, but I feel like Nampo Moodle Village, or basically those other villages, are still 150%. But always double check if you have the time. Obviously, go between them. If not, there's no need. And also, if you find a good price, there's no need to go to another town, right? You can just do different server, like he said. Now, I feel like I might have messed up on my last enhancing because I think I only did 3 rows rather than 4, or maybe I just had like super bad luck on my actual clicks. I don't even know. But anyway, so that's that question covered. I'm almost through all my questions that I denoted. So the last question is actually the last question that I've got from the last couple of weeks. So now that I'm going to do this like this, please leave more comments and questions on my videos. I'll recap them just so people don't have to look through my comments. You know, they'll be able to go, oh, Q&A, check it out. I'll go through all the questions that other people have asked because people do find it helpful, basically. Right, so that's 32. The next is 30 stacks. Do I have any 30 stacks? I have 2 here. Yeah, anyway, so the last question I will do once I've finished focusing on this. I need to put it up. So it is Y2K mastery for fishing on my fishing video. So I got this one and I was like, what do they mean Y2K? I mean, I just think of Y2K. I just put the wrong fail stack in there. But so they were asking why should they go to 2K mastery for fishing. They didn't put context to why they're asking Y2K, like not Y2K instead of 3K, just Y2K. So my reasoning for 2K mastery is, sorry, I was just double checking my fail stacks while speaking. So the reason you go to 2K mastery is because at the time I released the video, 2K was the max. That's the main reason. But the reason I didn't update it for 3K is a lot of effort for little return. So I don't know if people saw the graphs. The graphs basically go 0 to 2K to 3K. So not much reward extra for 3K. 3K you're going to be earning more, yes. But the amount of money that you've got to invest to hit 3K is insane. Like, ridiculously insane. They did give you a nice little bit of boost with like the fishing chair, but the actual like 3K requires the new accessories like up to pen, and not up to pen, up to deck or death, however you want to pronounce it, but basically up to level 10, which is not cheap, but you can cronstone them at least, so it will go up, right? It's not going to go down, but it's going to take forever. Lots of money investment, little return. So 2K is a comfortable place to go, especially now with the fishing chair. It's easy to get to the 2K mastery, right? That was not too bad actually. I think I kind of ended where I would want to be. So what? 8, 12, 13. 40%. Yeah, I wanted 44%, so I'm a little bit lower. But what can you do? So now we're on 40 stacks. Do I have any 40 stacks in here? Yes, I do. 140 stack. Gotta love it when you fail multiple times in a row. Do not, thank you. 40 stack. That's all the questions. There's been a lot of me talking. Obviously, that's kind of what you come to a stream for. But now it's obviously open up to. I mean, it's always open up to people putting questions in chat, right? But there's no one watching at the moment. I know people watch later on, but I will get back. One thing that I've noticed is there's a few comments that have been like put on my channel that I've got the thing ticked to show anything that I've not replied to, but like when I removed that and just showed all comments, there's like 2 that I noticed that I'd never replied to but weren't coming up on the list. This is abysmal, right? So 2, I'm currently minus 630. If I went 1, 0, yeah, right. So we're just gonna have to play this by ear and see how it goes. So we'll save this. So 15 stacks. Oh, in fact, I put a 15 stack in here, didn't I? Accidentally. Try and get 3 more. Straight away, that was nice. Then 30 stack. I don't have 30 stack, but that's fine. 30 stack. That. Might as well try 3, right? So there's 2 more, 15. And then we've got 2, so we'll 40 stack it. Again, might as well try 2, right? So that's now 3 that we're at. Made 100 million back there. Right, so we'll do the same again. 15 stacks. Moss, that's now 38. 30 stacks. We still had 1 left, but hold on. Okay, let's have a look. So we're just going to see if we can push this one up. We didn't push it up. And then oh, hang on. No, yes. So if we draw the line here, 147, 510 million loss. Yeah, I didn't do that right either, but ignore me. Stupid. Right, we're going to risk it for a chocolate biscuit and see where we get. I do not have a 70 stack here. Do I have? Okay, 21. Yeah, so I'm kind of risking it here, but if we don't risk it, we're making a loss anyway. So 0, 0. We made more of a loss, but we're just gonna have to write that one off. I'll try and fix it in later ones. It happens. I tried. Better than not. So I've made more of a loss from doing that. I know. In fact, I want it that way around. So I lost 1 billion. Let's just make sure it's still on the correct thing. So yeah, I lost 1 billion there, but what can you do? I could have at least made some of the money back from trying it. So accessory 3. So what we've got 13, 7. I think this one's 4. Give me the market price. Oh no, 7.7. 7.3. Right, so Narcs is next. every time it switches with that 1000 meat, it catches me out. So enhance, not. Not so bad if I do it badly, not anyway. It's not so bad. It's an extra 500 million loss if I go as badly as last time. Excuse me, salary. 15 stack. Right, go. So 15 stacks. Look, yeah, so my percentages were awful that time. Obviously, having a 0% on my final didn't help. I'm honestly just hoping for that one tech just to make my money back a bit, but it didn't happen. Can't do anything about that though. Like, if it doesn't happen, it's gonna happen. The whole reason we enhance in volume, right? So if we get a bad enhancement, we make it back with the good ones. But on average, we will make profit. Keep clicking. I was going to make some short videos out of like my enhancing session last stream, because of like the whole being negative was actually like being successful and being positive was being failure. Like it was kind of vice versa, but I just felt like it's a lot of effort and it's not actually contributing. If people watch the stream, they'll get to witness it. But there's no real need for me to go through and make shorts content out of it. I did the whole shorts thing. It helped my channel a little bit, yeah, but the amount of effort I put in, I just didn't see the actual growth from it. And a lot of people that kind of watch shorts content won't necessarily want to watch long form content. So it's kind of like a demographic that isn't useful to my channel. I feel like it hinders me more than it helps, right? So I'm not going to bother with that. But at the end of the day, I might get back into doing them, I might not. We'll just have to see. I'll play it by ear. Right, so now it's 35 stacks. I think I have a few 35s. Do I? Or did I use them already? That's 45 that I have to get some 35 stacks. I do prefer doing my enhancing like this now. It actually works quite well as long as I have everything out in one go. Some questions. Oh, that's another question that I had. So I'm going to look at updating my spreadsheet to make it a bit more useful so that people can see if they've got the most updated version of the spreadsheet. So basically someone asked if I could add the Asadal accessories to the spreadsheet, right? But I've already done it and they didn't know that I'd done it. So because I want to make a video every time I do an update for my spreadsheet, because I don't see the point of going, oh look, there's this update, especially when it's just a small tweak. So I'm going to be adding in a validation check, and it'll tell you whether your version of the spreadsheet is the most recent version of the spreadsheet. I got the idea actually from a mobile game that I play. It's called The Tower, and basically there's a useful spreadsheet you can use for it. That's basically just tells you like what they think the best path for you to go down is. It might not necessarily be the most efficient path. They just believe it is, so don't follow it blindly, sort of thing. So hang on, I've got to read this. So 32, 14. So basically, the whole idea behind it is, here we go, 40s. What is that? Yeah. You use the spreadsheet, but on its main page, it has like a little validation thing to tell you if your version matches the actual current version of the spreadsheet. The way they also do it with their links is it actually just links you to copying the spreadsheet rather than bringing you to the normal spreadsheet. So I might do that from now on. I might change the links so that when people go to it, it literally just says make a copy and you click yes. Just so that people don't sit on this main spreadsheet and try and ask to use it. I feel like something's gone wrong here because I've got 6 tries and only 4 bases. So if I was to sell the 6 tries, 126, I'd make 588 million profit. If I was to make one, I'm going to do the same thing again because it's a 70 stack. So if I was to do 6, it'd be 588 million, right? If I was to sell it right now. Now, I am risking a lot by doing this, but I'm going to do what I did last week. So I'm going to grab my stack. It's 22.5% chance. So basically, I'm going to untick this. I will try and make 1 TET, and once I've made the TET, I will stop clicking. Of course, if I don't make a TET, then I've lost money again, right? Oh my god! Why have I done this? Do I have any extras? So I just need to buy 1 more. I bought that at a higher price, but hey. Right, come on. I can't believe I've failed this many TET attempts. How many did I do in the last one? Was it 3? This is like 9. Can't believe I've done this. I'm just gonna pull this over again just to show you how badly I've done this. So I thought I was gonna get like a 1 and maybe 1 and like sell 2 or sell 1 maybe. Instead, I've done this. Oh, this week's not a good stream. Minus 1,536. So we're now down minus 1.8 billion. Centaurs is next. Oops. At least I'm selling something, right? I've got the items. So Centaurus. So again, this is going to be another minus 1.5 billion if I fail. So 15 stacks to start off with. 15 stack. Make some of this back. I can't believe I'm down just shy of 2 billion today. be fair, I've had some really good weeks, so having a bad day is not surprising. Like, if you've seen how much profit I've been pulling when I've been doing it originally. Gift box is coming up soon. I don't feel like it's worth doing the gift box, honestly. Like, yeah, you get a 60 stack, but you can just buy a 60 stack, right? Nowadays. Oops, let's not make a mistake like that. Oh, I didn't really look at my percentages, so what? Yeah, so base was a bad one. Yeah, that's something that doesn't actually show. Yeah, I knew there's something wrong with my percentages, but I'll have to work that out. Because I need to do like attempts made rather than successes. That's why my percentages don't add up. I'll just have to. Oh no, yeah, that's how you can work out. I've figured it up here for thinking. But even if I clicked on that right because I was thinking something else. But yeah, basically I was just thinking my spreadsheet doesn't seem to add up properly, but that's because I think I've got it working on the assumption that you're clicking as many, like basically only clicking the successes for each row rather than the amount of the previous one. So, and I'm not explaining it very well, but I'll explain it better if I brought the sheet up, but I don't want to stop clicking because I'm aware of how far behind we are this stream. I might end up running over a little bit instead, just so that I can get through it, you know? So basically what I'm saying is, I'll go through it in as layman a term as possible. So the percentage of how many prizes you made at the moment goes how many bases you had, and then it goes from the bases. Basically, it's dividing how many you made by the amount that you started with, right? But obviously, with bases, you start with a base, so it's like half of that. So 150, there's 75 clicks possible, and then it's saying you made 32 out of 75. Therefore, the percentage is like 50. Right, 32 out of 75 is about 50. It's not accurate because obviously 50 would be 64 starting with, but basically then I'm minusing, if you make 14 duos, so you minus an extra 14 bases for the 14 duos that you made, and then another 14 bases for the amount of, then 6 bases for the amount of tries you made. But then I'm not minusing anything for the amount of tests made because I didn't make any tests. What I should be doing is minusing 32 bases for the 14 duos, 14 bases for the 6 tries, and then 6 bases for the 0 tests. So that's where my mistake is. I think I explained that the best I could. I think that was actually a good way of explaining it. But to be fair, most people probably don't need to know what I was just explaining there. But what I'm saying is I figured out where I was being stupid. So I'll update it and then it should give an exact number regardless. I knew I wasn't doing it right when I was trying to figure it out, but I just couldn't see it. Apparently I just needed to take a step back and forget about it for like, I think it's been 3 months since I was trying to figure out where I was going wrong. Sometimes you do need to do that though, just take a step back from a project and look at it from a different angle. Sort of perceptual positioning, so change where your perception's coming from of the project. When you're inside, it's hard to see what's on the outside. Basically, a good way of explaining it. 35 stacks. Do I have any 35 stacks? No. 35. Hate it when I see that. Aggressiva. Oh my giddy aunt. Thank fuck for that. Jesus. I realise how high that stack got, but like, I was being stubborn. Why? You know when you're on a day where you should probably just quit? Like, it's not even funny. Right, we've made it to 25%. Finish with. Oh, let's grab more. See, that's how you're supposed to get black stones. I don't know what I was doing before. I like typed in black S. Like, there's no need to do it that way. Just put CKS. It helps if you actually grab them out of the central market as well. So we're on 35, I believe. Yeah, 35. Didn't get 35 in there for some reason. Oh no, I did that, I just didn't press apply. We're making it back a little bit with those successes after those massive fail streaks. So it's nice to see that it's actually coming back a little. I mean, it is supposed to be like a 49% chance, so it's a bit embarrassing to have it so low below that, but what can you do? It did make a comeback though, let's be honest. Like, we're at 14. The same as last time, really. So let's go to tries. We're doing 40 stacks this time, which is basically the same as last time. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's a similar price item to the last one I was clicking, to be fair, so it makes sense that the stacks are similar. Why is today's luck so shit? Fucking hell. Like, I'm not even going to risk going to Tet at this point. I think it hurt me. Jesus. We got 5. So with 5, if I was just to sell the 5 as is, 119 million. But to make the 1 Tet, it would be 478 million. So we are going to push for Tet because we need to. Let's have a look. So 5, 5. If I'm lucky, I can make one more. So 15 stack. $35 stack. I was not lucky. I'll sort those around. So now I'm not going to bother. I've got some 40 stacks there actually. I'm not going to bother getting a new 60 stack. I'm just going to keep pushing this one because at the end of the day I've already paid the price for it. It's going up. So what? So come on. And we get our first Tet of the stream. We cannot. Okay, I'm going to take that as is. Sell the extra 3, and we've got 5 extra, so 1, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's resulted in 1,588 million profit. So we're at 291 million down. Just making sure I'm still on my DMCA free. Didn't want to have a conversation with him. I wanted to manage. At least I made 1 Tet today. So last 2 items. Either Ruins is next. Leave that on my character. I feel like keep moving across, but way too much. So either Ruins. Let's see what we start with. Either Ruins ring. Stacks are actually the same: 15, 35, and 40. can you fail that much on like a 70% chance? I mean, I know how, don't get me wrong, I do understand how RNG works, but it's just painful to watch. I mean, arguably, you could have a 99% chance and fail 1,000 times, and it would be the most painful experience in the world to have that happen to you. But, well, it would feel like it at the time, right? Or for me, it would feel like it at the time if I failed the 99% chance of success 1,000 times in a row. Like, in one session is what I'm talking about. Like, no break, just clicking constantly. And that happened to you. I think most people's computers would be out the window at that point. Yeah, I don't like it when I get the Agriessence, but I do like seeing that I'm close to it. So, hang on, close to it for the duos, because as much as I don't like getting it, I do like getting it, if that makes sense. So I don't like the fact that you get it because you're down on your luck, but the fact that you're rewarded with a success that doesn't cost a fail stack is helpful, because it breaks that fail streak guaranteed, and you still have a fail stack to kind of push your fail stack up to the point where you can take another stack out if you want. If that makes sense. So like, you could technically save that for something else because you failed so many times on that stack. RNG isn't per stack though, don't get me wrong. Just because you failed 1,000 times doesn't mean the next time is going to be a success. And I think that's one thing that people really struggle with RNG. They think, I failed so many times, so the next time has to be a success. No, it doesn't. Literally, this one's a 70.5% chance. This one is a 70.5% chance, regardless of the fact that I succeeded the last one. So no matter how many times you click in a row, the result being the same every single time, that is not going to influence what the next one's going to be. The odds of it happening are lower, but your roll itself is unaffected, if that makes sense. The way to explain it, I feel like the best way to explain it is the odds of someone having 2 successes in a row on a 50% chance of succession is 25%, right? Because you've got 2 lots of 50%. The first one's 50%, so there's 50% of getting that result. And then the second time there's a 50% of getting... I've just gone more than I was meant to. The second time is a case of it's another 50% chance, so it's 50% of 50%. But it's still 50% for that next roll to be either or. Like, there's not 4 options all of a sudden. It's just a case of to get down to that path from the beginning. Best way I can explain it. Yeah, there's 40 stacks, but there wasn't 35 stacks if I remember correctly. I remembered wrong. Anyway, so I had 35 this time because I went overboard. See how we do here. It'd be nice if there was just a bit of a smoother way to add. Like, if you could kind of set the stack that you have slotted in. So, like, if I just clicked on here and I went 35 stack, yes, and then, like, tick a box here. So when your 35 stacks used up, it automatically applies a new 35 stack. And then if you wanted to change it, you just untick the box and press the add. Just save the going in here and pressing this, it just automatically applies. Because it knows that you're doing a session, like clicking like that, because you've ticked the box. It would be nice just to have a reapply. Reapply this stack when it's used up. I might make a suggestion of that, actually. That's a really nice idea. See, I knew I'd messed up on this completely because I went way past what I was supposed to have. I'll see if I can buy some more out of the ruins. Hopefully their price is down at the moment. So I managed to end up with 16. So I need at least another 9. I was about to press Alt M when I'm literally right for the central market. Eye of the ruins. Ugh. I don't want to write them off though. Luckily, I do have a few sat on other characters. So I've got 16 there, 14 here. Didn't really want to buy them at a higher price, but it's my own fault, right? For content, we'll say it's fine. Again, always make sure you move things from the warehouse when you buy them. Now we're about to hit an hour, but I will push. Oh, why did I do this? It's fine, it'll fix. So now we're going 40 stacks. Where I had a 40 stack here a moment ago. It's like, that's a 40 stack, I can use it. There we go. I'll sort this all out afterwards because it's a mess. I mean, you never know, we might fail all these and then we've got nothing to worry about. I bought 9, but I added an extra 6 or something, didn't I? We'll just say 165, whether that's correct or not doesn't really matter. Being off by a little bit is fine. The duo in there as well. We are doing well. Okay. Cool. 9. So if we sell all 9 right now, we're at 1.6 billion profit. If we go down to average, on average, if we do the average, we're only losing 100. Yeah, we'll see if we can make. So we used that last 70 stack up, so we need to make a new 70 stack. 70 stack. So 21% chance. If we make it out of 5 attempts, I mean, we can make it 1 attempt. That works. So if I was to sell selling now, I make 3 billion. If I was to put this down to 3 and 2 and 2, yeah, fuck it. We'll go for a second Eye of the Ruins, right? Why not? We only lose a little bit for a second one. Does look like I need to get a few more Valk's Cries though. Imagine if I just clicked that there rather than a try. That would be embarrassing. Come on. Or does this sound like it's gone into a... Yes! Okay, bring this back up. Yeah, still being TA safe, that's fine. So, I have 6 left to sell. And... I'm gonna try the... Hang on. Tell you what. Still got 4 more clicks, so we just sell 2 of these. In fact, yeah, I'm happy to push for see if we can get 1 more. If we don't get 1 more, we don't get 1 more. We still made profit on these ones, so I will have to do 11 here and 2 here, and then if we make a 3rd one, perfect. If we don't, shit happens. Like shit happens, but I'm not even mad. I made 2 tets, which is what I wanted. I might even see if they've put another 2 up so that I can do those last 2 clicks. Perfect. That is actually amazing, right? That's all 165 used, and we've got 3 of these and 2. That's 4.3 billion profit. So we're now up at 4 billion profit altogether, and we've got 1 last one to click. We will still click it. I know I'm over my hour, but we're doing well. We might as well just finish the last lot, even if we make a big loss on this. Like what? If we do the same as we did for the 2nd and 3rd accessory, where we just didn't make anything. 2 billion loss, we're still going to be 2 billion up today. If these all fail, 2 billion up. So let's do this. Oh, hang on, I forgot to change it to Cadre. 2.7 billion loss, so it would be 1.3 billion up. But we'll see how it goes. So I probably will need to get more Blackstones, because we're running low on Blackstones again. But hey, we'll just go through and see how we do. Notice that I'm getting a bit of lag again. That'll probably be fixed when I get my new graphic card. Don't know when it'll be because I need to save up for 1 for a 5080, but 2 I also have to wait until they're in stock. There will be eventually. Buying it can hold off for a while anyway. I think I didn't actually apply that. I went to click apply, but I don't think it did apply. I'll take it. A success is like success regardless. Regardless of whether you applied your stack or not. Thing though, like I did struggle to get the tech to start off with, but then I've got all the techs back, right? That's why you enhance in volume rather than enhancing in little amounts. So I think I am gonna save up like the amount of clicks that I do, like wait, so streams won't be as often, so that I can actually get the volumes, because unfortunately it doesn't come through that quick when you're trying to get loads of different ones. Can't believe that just happened. That almost got to a pity. Yeah, pity enhance. on Pry, that would be super embarrassing. But RNG is RNG, it happens. Not as if I can stop it from happening, right? It's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Not really that embarrassing. So that's the 32. So I'll update this 32. And now we're at 35 stacks. Do I have any sat in here? So yeah, I should have enough for the 35 stacks. I don't know if I'll have enough after the 35 stacks. Ideally, we do want to end up with 16 of these, but the way that it's been so far, I'll be okay if we get 15. I mean, I'm okay regardless what we get, to be honest, but yeah, my goal is 15. Like, regardless what happens here, I've already made my profit for today. As I'm already at a 40 stack. Oh, Jesus. Since I got that, I will take the stack out. I think that is a good rule of thumb, right? If you get a pity, you might as well just take the stack out. A lot into Blackstones in this stream. Like, what? That was the third lot of Blackstones I bought in the stream. We do burn through them quite a lot, don't we? 35. Pretty sure it puts a warning in like the higher tiers. Once you're not clicking for Pry, if you click without putting a stack in, it's like, are you sure you want to do this? It's nice because it means you don't accidentally waste. So we've got 16 actually, perfect. So yeah, 40 stacks. So 40 stacks. If we make less than 5, I won't bother trying to go for the 10. Right, if we make less than 5, I think I've just said if we make more. If we make more than 5, we'll go for a 10. If we don't, we won't. So all riding on this one. This one. Like me making one more. I mean, we do have 5. Well, let's have a look. 5 or 5. 141 million profit at the moment. These are almost always in stock. I think I only need 3, don't I? We'll click for it because at the end of the day, I'm only 141 million on this right now. So this one's an 80 stack. That's obviously a 70 stack. Yeah, make sure. Oh, hang on. No, I don't have a 80 stack. 70 stack and Valk. I feel like I have some Valk's Cry elsewhere, but I could be wrong. Here we go. 5 on Grimnox. these in. And basically these are going to be the last few clicks for this stream, and then it'll be ending. So thank you for watching, anyone that actually makes it this far into the video. Always appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you found this useful or enjoyed watching. There we go, we've got our tet. So 1 tet. And we're going to sell the other 3. And we bought 3 but didn't use them, so I'm not going to add them in. So we took that from 151 to 1.8 billion. 853. So if I was to sell everything, I'd be making 5.8 billion today, right? But I do melt down my tets to make my own Kharazads to continue my progression. So my tries are basically all that I'll sell. But hey, I am technically saving money from making them myself rather than buying them. I do also... I'm just going to wait for them to sell. They will come back around to being... I didn't even realise these ones are waiting to sell as well. But what can you do? I mean, people have seen a lot of the profit because the price has crashed. So people are pushing for the profits. I'm still going to list everything and I'll just wait for them to sell. Hey, the ruins. These ones aren't survived, they'll come back up. I know the actual price is up here. In fact, yeah, I'm happy to wait. If I'm doing it every other week now, I'll be able to wait and get the prices I want. I'm surprised that these 2 techs are still on here. I'm going to cancel them and I'm going to melt them. So just to confirm, I'm going to be melting 6. I mean, the value, I'll double check. 7, I'll double check to make sure that the value for melting these is less than just buying, like selling them and buying something, but obviously you've got tax to take into account and everything. So anyway, that's everything. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.